We'll try solving one more word problem. Problem number 4 from exercise 1.2. At Marina, two types of games, namely horse riding and quad bike riding, are available on hourly rent. Karen and Benita spent rupees 780 and rupees 560 during the month of May. So this tabular column gives the data. Karen, she spends 3 hours in horse riding and 4 hours in quad bike riding, and the amount spent by her is rupees 780. And Benita, she spends 2 hours in horse riding and 3 hours in quad bike riding, and the amount spent by her is 560. Find the hourly charges for the two games, and we are asked to use determinant method. So this is quite an interesting problem, a practical problem where there are two girls, Karen and Benita, who are spending their vacation time happily by going on some rides in the Marina Beach, and the data are given here. So we are asked to find the charges, hourly charges. For 1 hour, what is the charge for the two games? That is what we are asked to find. And here determinant method is to be applied. Both Cramer's rule and determinant method are one and the same. So let us see how to go about it. So usually we take the variables x and y. Right? So first let the hourly charge for horse riding be denoted by x, because there are two rides here, the horse riding and the quad bike riding. So let us denote the hourly charge for horse riding by x, and the hourly charge for quad bike riding as y. Now, having taken x and y to be these charges for horse riding and quad bike riding, from the tabular column, that is data given, let us frame the equations. So horse riding is taken as x. So 3 hours that girl Karen spends. So 3 into x. And then together with 4 hours of quad bike riding. So quad bike riding is y. So 4y. Together for horse riding and quad bike riding, she spends an amount of rupees 780. So what will be the first equation then? It is 3x plus 4y is equal to 780. Is that clear? Next, Benita. The girl Benita spends 2 hours for horse riding and 3 hours in quad bike riding. And again the same variable x for horse riding and quad bike riding y we have taken. So it is 2x plus 3y. Together she spends an amount of rupees 560. So 2x plus 3y is equal to 560. So these are the two equations from the given data. We are able to frame the two equations. And once the equations are known, the problem becomes very simple. So according to the determinant method, we have to find the coefficient of x and y. With that we have to form delta, which is the coefficient of determinants. So delta is the coefficient of x and y are in order. So see to it that they are in order. Otherwise we have to arrange. And then the constant should be always taken to the other side. So here it is in the standard form. So we can write delta. What is delta now? First row 3, 4. Second row 2, 3. Is that okay? So now you can expand delta. 3 3s are 9. Product of the main diagonal. Minus 2 into 4 is 8. So 9 minus 8 is 1. And only when delta is not equal to 0. So 1 is now not equal to 0. We can proceed. So Cramer's rule can be applied. So delta is not equal to 0 and Cramer's rule can be applied. Next we have to find delta x. So what is delta x? In delta, replace column 1 by the constants. So column 1, 3 and 2 is replaced with 780 and 560. So 780, 560 in column 1. And then column 2 of delta will be as it is for delta x. So delta x is written. Again product of the main diagonal. So 780 into 3 minus of 560 into 4. So what does that give you? 2340 minus 2240. So what is the difference now? 2340 minus 2240 gives you 100. So that's the value of delta x. Delta x is equal to 100. Next, delta y. How do you write delta y? Column 2 of delta to be replaced by constants. So column 2, 43 to be replaced with 780 and 560. Column 1 will be as it is. Whatever is there in delta will be there in delta y in column 1. So 3, 2. Column 2 is replaced with the constants. So you have to find the value of delta y now. So product of the main diagonal 3 into 560 minus of 2 into 780. So 3 into 560 is 1680 minus 1560. And the difference is when you subtract you get 120. So delta y is 120. So now that you have found delta x and delta y and also delta is not equal to 0, we can write the Cramer's rule. So by Cramer's rule, x is equal to what? Delta x by delta. So delta x is 100 by delta is 1. So 100 by 1 will be 100. And what is y? Delta y by delta. So it is 120 by 1 which gives you 120. So the values of x and y are 100 and 120. So be careful to write the conclusion as it is a word problem. So what is x? We have taken the hourly charge for horse riding as x. So therefore we conclude the hourly charge for horse riding is rupees 100, which is x actually. And then the hourly charge for quad bike riding is y, which is rupees 120. Is that okay?